I bought one of the rarest trucks that Ford ever built. It was left on a farm to die. And I drive a long ways away to find out why. Scrolling Facebook Marketplace on the pod as I usually do, I stopped immediately when I saw this unicorn for sale. A crew cab short bed OBS always stops me in my tracks, since you never see them pop up. But one key detail in the description made me nearly drop my phone right in the potty. 5-speed manual. Now, I'm not sure why my range on Marketplace was set to 90 miles and the truck was 300 miles away, but I believe everything happens for a reason. And that reason? My dad had one of these as a work truck when I was a kid. I remember hearing that 7.3 clatter, always as a sign that Dad was home from work. And I remember climbing into that gray cloth interior with the little multicolored dots. Now his wasn't a manual. Hardly any of them were. And while no one really kept track of production numbers since these were just work trucks, supposedly, according to ChatGPT, possibly under 1,000 were built. And there's no telling how many are left now. So I did what any obsessed, possibly delusional gearhead would do. I cleared my schedule, checked my trailer, and hit the road.
Raymond Beach Shore Drive.
This was not on my bingo card for this week. But the thing is, trucks like this, they don't pop up twice. And even though I saw it when it was just listed, I'm surprised it wasn't snatched up before I could make the trip out there. I believe it's fate, I really do. I'm excited and nervous. And a brisk 4 hours later, we arrive at the farm.
You've arrived at your destination.
And there it was. This to me was as cool as seeing a freshly polished Ferrari in a high-end showroom. Instantly, a piece of my childhood was reignited. Technically, I think this qualifies as a barn find, right? I took the truck for a drive, barely. Just like that, with a wet handshake, she's mine. I'll tell you guys what I paid in just a bit, and then you can be the judge. We loaded her up, which almost went really bad. Before I left, he handed me flyers for a truck show his family hosts on their farm, raising money for breast cancer awareness. So if you're anywhere nearby, you should go. It's for a good cause. Strapped down and praying it stayed that way. What's up with me finding cars on farms in New York? Seriously. I began my trek right to the nearest gas station to top off the other 7.3, bringing the 250 out of its Hudson Valley, New York home for the first time in 28 years. Just a touch rougher than I thought. The guy was honest, he described it as it is, but it is nothing that we can't fix. This is gonna be a really, really fun project though. It's so good looking. It looks so good. Listen to that MVRP, baby. Yeah, neato, girl. These hills are no joke. The old girl's working today. All right, it's time to get this big beauty off the trailer, unloaded, and my, oh my, is it leaking quite a bit. We'll fix that, no problem. Add it to the list. This is just the coolest freaking thing to see. The 0173 pulling the new 97 7.3. This is just insane. I'm so giddy for this. Oh, what is life? Time to get it off the trailer and see this mess a little more in depth. Let's fire this thing up. Can't forget to do this now that it's a standard. And the battery's dead. You suck. So it only has one battery in it. Got any juice? Yes, you do. Good to go. Round 2. Oh yeah, baby. Like a top. I said like a top, but I doubt you guys can hear me. I'll include a link for this thing down below. Lifesaver. Oh yeah. Oh God. Pissing oil. Before it ran itself drive oil, I got it off the trailer and into the driveway so we can really see what we're dealing with here. And here she is. Let's start going through all the good things about this truck. So she's a 1997 F250 heavy duty. She's a crew cab with the 6 3/4 foot box, the short box, which really is what makes this truck rare to begin with. This body style supposedly Ford only built for like a little over a year, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I may be just a little bit impartial now, but I truly believe that these trucks are some of the best looking trucks ever built. And it's of course powered by the 7.3 liter Power Stroke diesel, pumping out a whole 215 horsepower and 425 foot-pounds of torque. But for being so rare and so special, how did it end up like this? And before I show you everything wrong with the truck, which might take a while, here's something that won't take long at all: letting Incogni clean up your personal data online. If you've ever shopped for cars or car parts online, I have not, or given your information to any third-party website, chances are your personal information is being sold online by data brokers and you don't even know it. Good news is, you have a right to protect your privacy and request the data brokers delete the information they have about you. And today's sponsor, Incogni, makes that incredibly easy. They do all the dirty work for you by reaching out to data brokers on your behalf, requesting that your personal information be removed. So all you have to do is set up an account, grant them the right to work on your request, and then sit back while they keep you updated every step of the way. For me, using them has been incredibly useful to help cut down on spam calls, which happen so many times throughout the day. I feel my phone ring, I get all excited thinking it's Jessica Alba or my girl Margot Robbie, but it's Hanush, once again asking me about my extended warranty. Newsflash, Hanush. What car of mine around here looks like it has a warranty on it, huh? Data brokers are the reason for these sort of calls, and if you do nothing, they'll keep coming. Or worse, you'll get even more. So if you're interested in having your personal information removed online, Incogni is the best way to get it done. Use code DriveHub at the link down below. They're giving you guys 60% off an annual plan. Thanks a lot, Incogni. Now, let's get back to the truck. And now to the bad part about this truck. And you might have been able to tell what I'm talking about. That, of course, if you didn't realize, and these lines where the cab and bed meet should be even and level. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize they are not. Interestingly enough, that damage is not caused by what you think it might be. Usually that's a telltale sign the bed rails are rotten, which will make the bed sag lower than the cab. But funny enough, actually not funny at all because I have to fix it. But interestingly enough, my bed rails are not rotten. Climbing under the truck, you can see the bed rails are actually in decent shape, and not dust. The problem is right here. The cab support that should look like that looks like that. Rust had its way with the mount and severed it completely away from the truck, meaning this corner of the cab isn't even secured to the frame. But I mean, you look at the rest of the truck under here and it's really incredible. That damage is actually causing the cab of the truck to sag down and not the bed like what usually happens. An interesting problem that I've actually never even seen before. But unfortunately, that's just the start of it. And it stinks that it's not the bed that's causing that because the bed is crap anyways. The paint is all, I don't know what happened to it here. It's like it's just peeling up. Oh yeah, of course. Hello. Classic damage there, and that's on both sides. You've got the twin filler doors for twin gas tanks, diesel I should say, and the tailgate has been replaced. It's not the original one. except the replacement's pretty damaged too. And if that was the better of the two, what happened to the original? Well, I can't even get my hand in there to pop that open, so. It looks like Hulk tried to fold it in half. It's bent right in the middle. But the body damage doesn't end there. The back of the cab was hit with something, and the passenger fender's pretty well rusted through. But for being so rough, this truck actually has a really interesting story behind it. A story that you wouldn't think for such a vehicle. So the original owner of this truck was a lunch lady at the school that Hunter, the previous owner that I bought the truck from, attended. That was the school that he went to. She was a lunch lady there. She would drive the truck to school, to work, with her 3 kids or something in it, and she bought the truck brand new at a local Ford dealership. I would have to assume that Ford dealership. So he would always see the truck, he liked it, he wanted to buy it, she kept saying no. He kept bugging her and bugging her and bugging her until finally she sold him the truck. So she owned the truck for like 17 years. Then Hunter bought the truck, enjoyed it, and started sprucing it up with the 5-inch diamond die exhaust, a new clutch, F250 rear springs, and the Dana 60 front axle. Hence, the missing front drive shaft. He didn't finish the swap. So with that front axle and those springs, this is essentially a 350. Now, Hunter did replace the radiator support. That explains why this is different colors over here. But before it was completed, in 2020, a new love came into the light, a wife and children, and the truck sat abandoned. And that, unfortunately, is how I get a lot of the projects that I get. The project gets parked to do more stuff, and then life happens. But fortunately, this is my life, and I'm gonna save you. As you can see, there are plenty of faults with this 28-year-old truck, but there's also some pleasant surprises too. The frame is in really, really nice shape. It's actually really clean under here. You Southern guys, I don't want to hear it. This is actually really good shape for the Northeast. The cab, actually besides that, boo-boo over there, is actually in good shape, as is the interior. Really just some light cuts right up there. We've got power windows, power door locks, because it is an XLT. Headliner's in good shape, gauge is in good shape. It's got an aftermarket radio, but out back here, we've got the original. I love that. Back here even is not in bad shape. This back seat's just wicked dirty. It's not even creased, it's not even cut up. Cab corner's good. Cab corner's good, but all in all, clean down here. I think he said that was starting to come through, or he did something there. So all in all, it's really not a good God. Oh, that's a big bee's nest. Like by my face, I could have got stung many times. Everything else is mostly cosmetic. Peeling clear coat here, and the grill's faded, the headlights are faded, the front bumper's starting to rot. And now for the question that everyone's most curious about. How much did I pay? I paid $7,800 for this truck. Granted, it is a project, and it's kind of really hard how to value these things because they're either in absolute beautiful condition and go for almost $50,000, or they're just destroyed. I wouldn't say mine is destroyed by any means, but it's rough. It needs some work. But what it does have is a 7.3 liter diesel with 150,000 miles. It's a crew cab, the short bed, and it's got a 5-speed manual, and it's 4-wheel drive. I don't know if I mentioned that. We've got a lot of work to do to this thing. It is gonna be one hell of a journey, but I am so freaking excited. I am gonna need everyone's help saving this truck and getting it back on the road. So if you guys could subscribe, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. It all helps to save this thing and get this truck back to its former glory. It's too nice to just die. There's already hardly any of these things out on the road. I don't want another one to just have to die. We can get this back on the road as a group, as a collective, as a team. We can save this. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Happy motoring.